It's your boy here. Hey, today we gonna make some glow beats. Glow beats are basically a style of production popularized by Chief Keef, Chicago drill. The tempo is usually around 130 BPM to 150 BPM. Today we gonna start in D minor and grab a brass from Xenology, Biggie brass. That's my go-to brass. Set our scale highlighting, and we're gonna start on the root, which is D, and then we're gonna add the third, and then we're gonna add octave copy, one octave up of the root note, which is D. And then we're gonna add the third, and then we're gonna add octave copy, one octave up of the root note, which is D. Then we're gonna take that chord and duplicate it in the quarter note, because we're gonna create some stabs here. And then we're gonna go up to the second and build a chord. And then we're gonna go up again to the third and build a chord. And then essentially we're gonna do the same thing as we did in the first chord, and that is skip a note, add the next note in the scale, and then add a duplicate of the root note up one octave. As long as you got on scale highlighting, you could pick any note in scale and it's not gonna sound bad. So experiment, do what feels right, and you'll be fine. Basically, I just copied over the quarter note stabs, and then in the second half of the chord progression, I made some inversions and it basically adds some different character to the melody. All right, cool. And then, I just copy it over and then make a change to the second chord here in the second half of the beat. Just invert the A in the chord to give it a different character. And to add some variation at the end of the chord progression, we're going to start by building on the sixth, then we're going to add the third, and then the root note on top. It looks complicated, but it's basically just a D minor sharp fifth chord, as you can see. We're going to start on the fifth, add the second, and then also add the fifth again, one octave up. It just adds a nice amount of variation to the chord progression so that it's not so repetitive. All right, so that sounds good so far. Now we're going to move on to the lead. We went back to Xenology and got the spooky lead, which is clutch for these type of beats. It's a signed lead. It's great for glow beats, you know what I'm saying? I basically just start on the root note and then I go down one octave to the same note and then back up and play with the half steps, A and A sharp, and then repeat it. And then for variation at the end, I just follow the root notes from the brass. And all together it sounds like this. Yeah, that shit hard. All right, so next we gonna go back to Xenology and get a pizzicato string. This is crucial for when you want to make glow stuff. You always got a piz string in there almost 100% of the time. So, yeah. Basically just made an arpeggiated melody using the root and then the two half steps, E and F, and then basically that's it. It's really repetitive and it's kind of annoying to listen to it by itself, but in the mix it sounds good. All right, next we're going to go to BBC Symphony Orchestra and get a staccato brass and basically just copy the MIDI from the original brass and paste it into the BBC Symphony Orchestra brass. And it sounds like this. Then I went and got a tubular bell and I played the root and then the half steps A and A sharp. And then all together it sounds like this. Then we put down our hi-hats, basically just two-step, some rolls, and velocity and pitch changes. Nothing too crazy. Keep a relatively simple hi-hat and add some rolls and some variation. You can keep it pretty simple. All right, now we're going to add our clap. Just put it on a 3 and a 7. Nothing crazy there. All right, and then we're going to lay our 808 and just follow the root notes of the chords. The kick, we're just going to follow the 808. Then we're going to add an open hat and just follow the 808 with the open hat as well. Remove some of the hat stuff just so it's not hitting with every 808. All right, and that's it. Final beat.